Joining us now is Sharmila Joshi, Head of Equities at Fairwealth Securities, to help us understand what this means for our stocks. Sharmila, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Disturbing IIP numbers, like Navneet was just telling us. So, was the market expecting the number to be this low, and how do you think that reaction is going to play out on Monday?
I think there were certain sections of the market which were in fact thinking that it could even come to about 2.4, 2.5 level, because this is expected to be a stronger month. But the shock was that it was a negative number, and I think that somewhere along the way, in the close, this has got reflected. And I think that you really need to rethink very fast and very clearly, and give greater emphasis to the fact that how do you jumpstart this economy, what more can be done, because obviously it is the supply side issues which are holding it up, and what are all the things that we can do to address it.
Tell us what this will mean for market sentiment in the short term until we see a better inflation number, until we see the RBI react. How do you expect the market to react to these numbers?
I think from the market perspective, perhaps not much more than what we saw today. But perhaps from an RBI perspective, as you said, inflation will definitely matter, what kind of numbers you get. But I think luckily for us, what we have on our side this time is the fact that crude is cooling off. So if, crude were to cool off further from these levels, and you were to see lower inflation numbers, then perhaps, we could expect some things from RBI. But given, this negative IIP number, I think it really requires more action really from the government front, on how they are going to address infrastructure projects, what all measures really can be taken to, as I said, do something on the economy front rather than what RBI would do.
The important thing I want to understand from you, Sharmila, is what your advice is right now for retail investors. We've seen a lot of the news reports talk about the fact that this is an indication of a slowdown, or this coming after the fact that we saw a downgrade of the economy in general some time ago just generally means that there will be a slowdown. Is this really time to panic, or do you think retail investors should wait this out, maybe use this as an opportunity to buy?
See, I would personally think that it's never a time to panic, because I think that it's precisely at those kind of times where you should actually be looking to invest if you have funds left over. But the point is that, even coming to that, the point about the downgrade, I think even these things happen really with a retrospect. I would really look at things, going ahead, and, take positively the fact that, as I said earlier, crude is cooling off. We have an interest rate cycle that's turned. So you are looking now at an economy. You should now be looking at it with, giving it a couple of quarters more in terms of earnings, and then take a look from there. So I think from an investor perspective, these are the things that you should be looking at, and therefore you should be in fact positioning yourselves to really buy, I would say, into banks and capital goods, infrastructure, those kind of plays. Because I think if you're looking at a portfolio with a 6-month horizon, at least, then, these are the stocks you should start picking up, especially on market drawdowns, the kind of which we are facing now.
And speaking of the capital goods sector, you mentioned BHEL. Loknath has written in. He tells us he has 300 shares of BHEL, which he bought at 305 rupees. He wants to know if it makes sense to hold on to that stock for the long term.
I think what would be a good strategy, and which possibly has worked well, probably, if you were to see the kind of prices that we saw, for instance, in December, for both an L&T, BHEL, we saw the kind of correction that these stocks face. Perhaps at times like this, you should look to average out that BHEL cost. But definitely, I think if you have a year and a half perspective, please continue to hold. And more importantly, this is certainly not the price to sell. I think you'd be doing yourself great harm by really jumping out of the stock at this price simply because you'd bought at a higher price. I think a good strategy would be to average out the stock.
The other thing I want to talk to you about is the RBI's move for the rupee. We saw the rupee weakening over the week, and we know that a weaker rupee helps the IT sector and other exporters, but the RBI's directive to convert half of their forex reserves to rupee came out this week as well. Tell us how it will impact those export stocks.
So definitely I think it does put some kind of a pressure, because now you've been told that 50% of what you hold in that should be bought back into the market. But the point being that lot of the, if you hear the kind of feedback that you've got, at least from the frontline IT companies, it seems to suggest that they are not particularly worried. because they perhaps don't park too much of their funds in the EFC in the first place. So I think from that perspective, maybe not too much, but yes, I think, you cannot rule out the fact that there would be some amount of impact, because I think, the whole the way of looking at the rupee will therefore change if you're going to have these kind of funds coming into the market continuously. And so we'll have to just wait and play it by the year. But from whatever is to be believed from what the companies themselves are saying, it should not have too much of an impact on the IT sector.
Right, we have one more question from Chandan. 220 shares of GVK Power, which he bought at 17 rupees and 50 paise. Should he continue to hold it?
Unfortunately, I think this is not a play that I really stock or really that I like much. And in fact, I think if you were to look at a lot of stocks within this space, you would see that the correction on them continues. So my advice really would be to sell, really, because I think you'd be much better off buying into a better quality name, even within the power space, rather than staying invested in GVK Power.
And it's time for us to look at our portfolio question of the week. Now, every week we look at the portfolio of one lucky viewer and tell him if his stocks put together make a good portfolio. This week, Narayan has written in. Now, he tells us he wants to hold this portfolio for 5 years. And he wants to know if he should be averaging out any of these stocks or if he should book profits. Now, his portfolio is doing really well, Sharmila, but I'm going to take you through the stocks one by one. First up is Coal India, which he bought at 255 rupees. That stock ended the week at 316. Now, considering the Finance Ministry has told Coal India it has to supply coal to all the power plants right now, what is your view on Coal India?
Overall, I think this is a fairly good stock to be holding. I think definitely more clarity is required on this new directive, and we'll wait to see how that pans out. But this is a stock, in fact, that I've recommended even on the show earlier. So I would stand by that for now. Of course, I think follow the news, because since then we have seen that some of the the measures that have come have not exactly been in favor of Coal India, and the stock has corrected because of that. But I think wait it out a bit. By and large, I think that since your buying price is lower, I would recommend that you continue to hold the stock for now.
The next share in his portfolio is ITC, which he bought at 190 rupees. He's making a nice profit on that stock. Continue to hold it?
Yes, absolutely. I think, this is the kind of stock that, every 3-4 years is almost going to double, in the sense that, you'll get either a corporate benefit or something that will make you see that the gains on this stock are substantial. As you're, witnessing it yourself, you bought it at 190 and the stock is, I think, at 240 kind of levels. So, yes, I think definitely stay put.
Tata Motors DVR, 200 shares, which he bought at 100 rupees. Now, obviously, this is a positive because you've mentioned this in the past on the show as well. Would you recommend he continue to hold on to it?
I think the DVR makes a lot of sense. In fact, I have been recommending the DVR quite actively, because I think that, the whole rationale behind it is that if you were to look at the kind of holding that the DVR started out with and what it has now, you will find that it is, when the issue was first launched, it was the promoters who held the DVR largely, but now we are seeing that a lot of mutual fund interest has come into the DVR as a share. Since you bought it at 100 and it's at 156, we've seen it go to, in fact, 185, 190 levels and correct from there. But I think, that's easily the price that I see on it. I think that, you should get a price of about 200, 210 on Tata Motor DVR going ahead.
Coming to that capital goods sector we talked about earlier on the show, he has 10 shares of L&T, which he bought at 1,200 rupees. Continue to hold on to this one?
I think, similar to what I said for BHEL, if you were to see drawdowns within the capital goods space, and we have seen them, we saw them, not very far back, we've seen them in December. Once again, we have a market that's correcting, and people are expecting lower levels on the Nifty going ahead. Then I think this is a very good time to look to average an L&T if you were to get it closer to 1,000 levels or whatever. But even if you don't average, I think just stay put with the stock that you have.
And finally, his last stock is RIL, which he has at 840 rupees. Now, we know this stock has been range bound for the last couple of months, but what's your recommendation on it?
I think there are two ways of looking at it. If you were to see the stock recover back to 750, then sell what you have and maybe try and buy it back cheaper. Or, as the stock currently is very close to that 700, 695 level, maybe if it were to, correct a little more, maybe 3-4% from the current level, then look to buy there, average a little bit, but definitely sell when you get to a price of about 740, 750.